This is going to be a baked book, so I'm not supposed to put this pan on the stove. Now, I just added some water to it because it's kind of dry. Let's see, where's the lens? Get in there. No, I'm not going to stick my phone in the oven. Anyway, you can see it's a little... May not have been the best idea. I can see that some of that book is a little crispy there, but we got it good and dark down here, so see what happened. It's pretty scary looking. I put this big rock on top when I took it out. Whoops, let me see if I can take it off. Yeah. Oh. And then this spot here is where one rock was. Then I had another rock here. Kind of tried to stick some in later. So, well, it smells right. But baking it in the oven caused a lot of blackness around the edges. So we're going to see what we've got in here. On these 2 packets. Yeah, here. Well, it looks all right. This is going to be pretty exciting when it dries. Okay, so looks like the vegetable matter that was sticking out got nice and crispy, but inside it's going to be fine. This looks pretty good. So, stop there. Thanks for looking. I really like sharing these. They're so exciting. Well, those look pretty good. I don't know what's going to happen when I peel these off. These big sycamore leaves are really fabulous, and they work well. I put them in dry, and then they do this really great color and mottling. And it's pretty up close. See, these are very wet. See that water there? There's a little puddle of water even. So, so far so good. I haven't opened this guy yet. This is next. Just gonna cut the raffia off. Might as well take a good look at it. 2020 boiled book so far. This is one of them. This were actually 3 folded pages that come from a little pre-made book. And this one down here is looking pretty good. I think we're gonna just have nice black edges. But what's happening here on the paper is nice. I think I'm going to pause this. And then here you have how it looks with the raffia off. So the raffia works like the leaves do too. It provides a barrier on the paper against the color that's floating around in this water that's made of water and vinegar and rusty iron. Pieces from the Dominator, by the way. Dominator shipwreck. And salt. And I used the black. I used black salt. Some black salt, like lava salt, is really good. And then there's the other black salt, that's black salt, and it tastes like eggs. It tastes weird to me, but I figured since it tastes like eggs, it's got sulfur in it, and sulfur would be a good thing to throw into this boiled book. Ooh, isn't that pretty? Oops. Okay, so here's the aftermath of the boiled books. And here's the leftover water in this pan. This is why you don't cook these things in something you plan to cook food in. Okay, so let's see, the aftermath. Here are pages that are a little book to start with, so I just kept them this way, and I'm going to sew them back together. Later. And then I think, oh, these were the ones on the very bottom. They got pretty dark. Got a lot of texture here. It's still wet. It's still damp. It's going to take a while. But they came out really well. Oh, this one's great. This part here is real shiny. This is on the very top. And the black is real shiny. I also figured out that that's how ink is made, actually, from rust. This sepia ink. So that's what this is, because when I poured the large amount of black, this is the ones that had the little cannabis in it. Here's the flowers. It was a male. Yeah, there's some of his leaves there. But those leaves, for some reason, just don't do it. There they are. So you can just barely see them, little ghosts, but they're nice. So, I had a male plant, so I pulled it up and used it for this. With the little flowers on it. Isn't that funny? We always think of flowers as being feminine, but they're actually male. Don't remember what was it. Yeah, this looks like it's a little bit more of it there too. So this is just very, very delicate. And also, I did these in a way that I don't usually do them. I kind of placed them in carefully. And it's really best to just throw things in a bunch and leave it hanging out the edges. Because that gives a conduit for the dark water to come in and go around the leaf. So these things, these sycamore leaves are really satisfying. Ready? Ooh. And these I use dried. I've had more luck really using dried leaves in these. They're not dry when I finish with them. You saw the pile of goo there. And the last page, the bottom. So this little unit here was the packet that was on top of everything. Here's where the large long stone was sitting, and then the other stone was sitting there. And then this is the back side of it. And this went all the way through. But that's the back side of that. So this is all one little book. I'm going to bind them into there. People can put whatever they want in there. Oh, and this one here, I did notice. The one in the middle. It's very light. But if you look at it, it makes a nice landscape. Up here, we have like a hill and some brush. I'm just imagining I'm in Palos Verdes here. And then there's some more brush. This is north up here, south down here, west over here. And then the ocean, and over here, Catalina. You know, sort of an imaginary look at that. But that's what these things are good for. I'm going to just sell this book and let someone do something fun with it. And here's the aftermath here. These are the iron pieces from the Dominator. Oh, you know what? That's why that looks like Palos Verdes, because this is off the point there, Portuguese Bend. Yeah, the wreck of the Dominator. And then these, when they dried, I put them back together. These ones I made differently than I have in the past. I've made it so that each one has a nice centerpiece and can be separate. Because these were folded. The others I have made have been single sheets. Isn't this pretty? And all of this stuff on the edges is going to come off. These are... This was paper. It's just from a... Look at that pretty green that's in there. Oh, and the yellow in here is from... sorry, I've got an overhead lamp here. I'm on my kitchen floor. And this, all of this explains why my kitchen floor, in spite of all the scrubbing I did originally, is always kind of dark looking. Oh, let's see, I'm putting this on YouTube. Subscribe, I'm posting again. I've been off for a while, not sure why. Oh, because I've been doing a lot on Instagram as well. And on Instagram, I am watercolors a la P, the letter P, for watercolors a la prima. So catch my stuff over there too. Give me a like and subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I post a new video, you click on the little bell for notifications. I don't add one every day. And sometimes I'll add a few at once, and then you don't hear from me for a while. This took some doing to figure these out. Turns out I had trouble matching up all of these bumps. I put some grapes and twiggy stuff and things like that in. And I see that part of the reason I had trouble matching them up was that this first folio here, I guess folio, is turned the other way. So I've got the back for the binding, or the seam, over here on those, but over here on this. And I thought, well, that's weird. How does that work? But I see on here, there's the shadow of those. So yeah, that's how they were in the box. So this one and the one on the bottom aren't going to be a front and back of the same book, because this one goes one way and the other one goes the other way. And that's fine, because these were all made double folded sheets so that when they opened up, people could enjoy a unified mirror image figure. And I put most of the stuff on the insides and then just some spacers to go to the outsides. Like this is the outside, I would say. And then most of the stuff was on the inside. And then again, it's a little less exciting here. That's the outsides. And a little more exciting on the mirror image side. So now the last thing. Okay, so this was on the top. And then this little booklet here was on the top of that. Remember, it's got that shiny black and the imprint of a couple of stones holding it down. Was on top of this, and then this was the one that was on the bottom. And you've seen these wet. This is how they look dry. So this is, well, oh, this was sitting right on top of the rusty screw that I had put in there. This must have been sitting right on top of one of the scraps from the Dominator then. Both of these, that's why they're darker. They got a solid blast of that iron. All right, enough